Hey everyone, I have a hypothetical for you today. It involves science fiction. So imagine that we have a duplicator, and anything that you place into the duplicator, you get a perfect replica of it. So if I put my little snail that's been hanging out with us in the duplicator, I get the exact same snail. If I put one of my books in the duplicator, highly recommend by the way, Zen Flesh, Zen Bones, I get another Zen Flesh, Zen Bones. But scientists want to put you in the duplicator. Now, it would be too weird to have two of you running around, so what we're going to do is you go in the duplicator, we'll kill the you that entered the duplicator, and then the you that steps out of the duplicator we'll give $1 billion to. And so my question for you is, do you want to sign up for that experiment? And the answer to that question, of course, depends entirely on what you think you are. Is that you that just got copied, a copy of you, or is that you? It has the same personality, it has the same memories, it will behave in all of the same ways that it did prior. Is that you? What are you? Is there even a such thing as you? And I know those questions sound kind of ridiculous because we just take this concept of self for granted. But the more we think about it, the harder it is to find anything that really persists throughout the lifetime in some permanent sense. Take me, for example. When I started teaching, I didn't have a mohawk, I didn't paint my fingernails, I didn't rock this pendant, I didn't wear glasses. I was energetic, goofy. I used a lot of humor and tricks and gimmicks in my teaching. There was no mindfulness. I look back at him from 13 years ago and that's not me, right? It's almost as if the guy who was hired to teach for Front Range has died and I'm here collecting his paychecks. And if any of you have perhaps had friends for a long period of time, and you've thought things like, oh, you're not the same person anymore. Well, maybe that's a metaphor, but maybe it's more than that. Maybe identity is that type of thing, that it's always in flux, and it's just a weird social convention that we give ourselves the same name over time, but we're not the same human anymore. Personality changes, right? That's not fixed. We know that. Memories change every time you recall them. They also disappear. Your body is obviously constantly changing. Your blood cells are turning over, your skin cells are turning over, your hair follicles are turning over. So every X number of years, you're completely new biologically. DNA is not even as fixed as we once thought, and through epigenetics, which genes are activated is varied over time depending on environmental factors. So is there anything to identity rather than just constant flux? And is it just a matter of social convention that we treat people as if they have selves and as if those selves are somewhat fixed? Those are some of the questions that you get to ponder today. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on all of that and to receiving any questions you have for me on this topic of identity and the self.